So students, here we will discuss about voice change. So at first we will know what is voice actually. So here it is written, the voice of a verb describes the relationship between the action and the participants. Participants means the doer of action. So voice is actually a form of verb that describes the relationship between the action and its doer in a sentence. To be more clear, we can say that voice actually denotes that if the doer has done its action directly, or it has been done by the doer passively. Okay. The term voice is a term that is used to denote the form of the verb which shows if the subject in a given sentence is the doer or the receiver of the action. There are two types of voice. We know one is active voice and another one is passive voice. So at first we will see that what the active voice is. The active voice in a sentence denotes that the noun or pronoun that acts as the subject in the sentence is the doer of the action. In simple words, that here subject performs the action or acts upon the verb. In simple words, here the subject performs the action directly. Okay. And in the passive voice, here represents that the subject is one acted upon by the action or verb in the sentence. It can also be said that passive voice indicates that the subject in the sentence is no longer active or passive. So passive voice is basically when the subject is the doer of the action, but here it is mentioned passively, indirectly. Okay. Here the receiver or object is mainly kept in the first position, and the doer of the action, the subject, is kept in the last position. Okay. Here you can also notice in the structure too, the active voice is just like normal sentence construction formula, subject plus verb plus object, a very simple structure of a sentence. But in passive voice you can see the replacement of the position, not of the role. The subject's role is remaining the same, and the object's role is also remaining the same. Here object is the receiver and subject is the doer or performer of the action. So just their position has got swapped or replaced. Okay. Here object is in the first position, then verb, then we use by or to plus subject. Okay. So here we have gotten some examples to have more clear concept about active and passive voice. So let's follow them one by one. You can see the first sentence, Twinkle likes adventure stories. So this is a very simple sentence. In the present tense we can see here the Twinkle is the doer of the action, and the subject is also kept in the first position as usual. And then you can see the verb, okay, likes, and then the object, adventure stories. But when it is transformed in a passive voice, the object has been brought in the first position, adventure stories, and then verb as per the structure are liked, and then by or to. Here you can see in the structure also by or to, and then we have kept the subject at last. So another one is also the Lata is learning. This is present continuous tense. You can see Lata is learning French this year. In passive voice, French is the object here. French is being learned. When we do the passive voice of a present continuous active voice sentence, here we bring a being and we use the past participle form of the main verb. Here the past participle form of the verb learn is learnt, so we used it here. Then we have written by, and also at last the subject and other object this year. Okay, we have just kept the main object French in the first position. We have not prioritized this second object, which is not important actually here. So this sentence is in the present perfect sentence, present perfect tense. Then again it is past simple or past indefinite. This is past continuous, and here you can see this is past perfect. Becky had packed the bags. Okay, so just you have seen here also in the present perfect we have used the extra auxiliary verb been, and then we have used the main verb's past participle form. Here make is the main, here pack is the main verb, so we have used the past participle form packed. Okay, then by, and then the subject. So when we use to especially when the main verb is know. Know means knowing someone. Okay, just take an example. Here I am writing the sentence. The girl knows me. Okay, I have taken a very simple sentence so that you can understand it in one go. So now when I am turning it in the passive voice, so here in this sentence we can see the object is me, right? Me. So when I am keeping it in the first position, in the position of subject, it will be written as I. Okay, it will be written as I. The me will become I, and then we will use an auxiliary verb am, and then here the main verb is know. So here we will write the past participle form of know, that is known, 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 and then we will use to instead of by. Okay, never use by with known, always use to, that is known to. Okay, I am known to the girl. I am known to the girl. So this is the correct passive voice of this sentence. Okay, I hope guys, up to this thing you have got some clear concept about active voice and passive voice. In the next part we will learn more detailed implication and structures more clearly while doing some worksheets on active voice and passive voice of voice change. Okay, so we are done for today. We'll catch up you soon in the next part of this video. Till then, stay tuned. Goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.